Hey folks, this is Sekouwrites. Rights. I am the host of Get Rich 101 and I am a survivor. I took two strokes and the second of which was a big stroke. Only 17% of people survive. Only 17 of people survive. So I've survived and I'm here kicking it. And now today, Friday, we're going to talk about a little bit about what's been happening this week. All right. So let's get into it. Hello, hello, hello. I'm drinking my tea out of my Get Rich 101 cup. I need to make those available soon. And welcome, welcome, welcome. No doubt you notice I'm tired today. I don't know what it is. But I'm tired today. I did my run though. I did my run, and partly my run was inspired by Fee King because she got up. It's like it's 8 o'clock. I got to go do my workout. So I was like, oh no. So she went out and did it. Like, okay, Sekou, you got to get out. You got to get out and do it. So that was one thing. And then next thing I did was I put on E.T., the hip hop preacher. I put him on my podcast and listen to him because he's a very fiery energy man. If you've not listened to him before, just know that he is a very fiery man. So he got me up and I ran. I'm thinking a very slow mile. I think it was very slow, but I made it. I made it. And so, ashe. Let me take a little sip. All right. And so, Nelson has joined me up here. Let me see if I can show him. Can I show him? There he is. There he is. Anyway. So, what are we talking about today? I'm really talking about, as you know, Fridays, I try to just, wrap things up, talk about what's been going on with me if I'm not interviewing someone. And this is what's been going on. So I told you about the doctor, right? Now I've gotten a whole package together for her. I've got it right there over there on the bed. It's like a whole package. It's got 7 CDs. It's got lots of writing. It's got everything. I'm going to take it there today. Today. I'm going to take it there today because she comes in on Mondays. So I'm going to drop it off today. So, or maybe Monday, but either today or Monday. But anyway, well, I was thinking about giving it to her specifically, but regardless, I'm going to deliver it. But you know what I did yesterday? I decided to keep track because this is not the first time. Well, this is not the first time that something has gotten shifted in the mix. Something's gotten lost in the mix, right? So I want to make sure she gets it. So I decided that I was going to keep track of what I had, right? So last night, I pulled out the CDs and I started making notes, making notes about when and where, what the CD was for. And that was hard because of my hand, but I was working my way through it. And do you know, I didn't notice this until last night. And one of the CDs is from 2012. 2012. I was like, 2012. And so I studied a bit. And you know what it's for? It's for somebody, a doctor whose name I don't even remember, but it's for somebody who is trying to address my needs of having frequent headaches. Frequent headaches. Frequent headaches. Can you imagine? Like, and then and nothing else. No, they didn't find anything. Nothing was amiss, but that was the pressure. That was the pressure of the stroke coming, right? In 2012. And that just floored me. And so then I started getting curious. I looked at some more things, and yeah, I saw some things that answered questions. Like I found out that my spine, sidebar, my spine is crooked. So, most people have a spine that goes straight up and down. My spine goes like this, right? And so my people here today in 2005 have been trying to figure out is how I've got such a steep curvature of my spine and if the percentage is the same. The percentage is the same as according to my records. So I can now abate them of that challenge because they were like, oh, maybe we should watch it for a little while and see if it gets any worse. No, it's been the same for a long time. It's been the same for a long time. It is, however, scary a little bit because the curvature of my spine is 41 degrees. 41 degrees. That's almost a right angle, But I have worked at it and built my body up so that my muscles have held the course of time. And so that's good to know, but also good to know for the people who have been trying to figure out, like, oh, what is it going to change? Is it going to shift? No, it's it. That's it. It's 41 degrees, right? And so that's important. That's important. So I want to share some of that with you guys. Well, I don't really want to share it, but I want to share these things with you guys because it's important to you to keep track of your past, because these are things that I forgot about. These are things that got caught in the amnesia and completely blew away, right? And now, as of today, as of last night, I can say, yeah, I've got a 41% angle to my back. And then I can take that to the doctor and say, yeah, 41%, yeah, that's normal for me. And so he doesn't have to be worried about it because he was worried about it. So, oh, it's 41, it's going to go to 42. Like, no, it's 41. That's it, right? Because it's been a long time now. And so there's that. And you need to keep track of your medical records. By the way, yesterday I was thinking more about my app. I want my app to be an AI app, but I want you to be able to speak to it and say, see, the app should know. The app should know. It should know all my previous things. So when I went in to see the doctor, this is the pain doctor, and then the app says, well, when the doctor says you got 41%, that seems like it's high, then my app will be like, no, he's had a 41% for a while. Like everything medical should be in the app. Yeah, I really feeling it now. I'm feeling it, how important it is, because I wouldn't have known if I hadn't just started checking through and keeping a note of what I'm giving away. I wouldn't have known. Matter of fact, I need to make copies. Yes, Yes, I need to make copies today, so maybe I will be giving it to her on Monday. But I need to make copies of everything so I'm not just handing things over. I'm handing things over, but I'm keeping a copy for myself. I'm keeping a copy for myself. Ashe, Ashe. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a little encouraged, a little disappointed at the same time. Encouraged and disappointed at the same time. But let's talk about the encouraged part. I'm encouraged that I got these accurate records dating all the way back to 2012. I still can't believe that. They're just sitting out here on some computer somewhere. And I've got this information, and you can find that information too. You can find that information too. And you should keep records of it. Keep records of it. And ask for some. So yesterday, matter of fact, yesterday I went after all that. I went after my physical therapist. I went to give a urine sample. And after it was all over, she's like, you're done. And I was like, yeah, but I need something. I need something, a receipt or something. And she was like, huh. And it's like it's a question that has not been asked of her. So she went and she figured it out and she put it together. But now I've got a record of urine sample because I just gave a urine sample like a couple weeks ago, and at a different place. So I was like, all right, well, what happened with that? So I made a copy of my urine sample in my folder that I'm giving to the doctor. But yeah, I need to keep it a copy for myself so that I know I gave it a urine sample on this day. I did this on this day. I did this on this day. I need to have it available to me. All right. Okay, so let's see if there's any questions before I move on to the money. Trying to get my fingers to move in my right hand. Yeah. There we go. All right, let's see. Am I listening to my body? If he wants to know from down the hall. Am I listening to my body? Yeah, I'm listening to it, but I'm also pushing past it. Because what I've discovered is that if I don't listen to my body immediately, if I put off listening to my body just a little bit of time, the whole world opens up. So what I mean by that, I mean that if I start to run and I feel a pain as soon as I start running, what I would do in the past is I would stop. I would stop immediately. I would stop like, right? But today and many other days, I started running and I felt terrible. I was like, but I run forward anyway. And then the feeling just disappears. The negative feeling just disappears. I can't explain it. It just vanishes. So I'm listening to my body, and I'm also ignoring my body because I'm pushing forward. Because I know that once I start moving forward, the negative feelings will disappear. All right. Okay. Let's see. What are we talking about? Let people know how they can support my digital project business pivot in a way that's reciprocal. Your investors get something in return for lifting me up, investing in your new direction. This app is powerful and timely. Yeah, Fee, come on out here and tell them what the deal is, because you do it so much better than I do. You do it so much better than I do. Come on out and tell them about it. But I'll give it a go. So, she's coming.
Job time, turkey.
Yeah. So here she comes. She's going to say something. She's going to do a voiceover, I think. She's going to speak to it.
I don't have on any makeup.
Just do a speech. Just
I'm
speech.
gonna do my glasses on.
Okay, here she comes. Here she comes.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, hey folks. Hey folks.
So, Sekou Writes is far more competent and confident than he gives himself credit for. This is what I want to share. Many of you, you see Sekou for 25, 30 minutes, and he's really good at making it seem like this is how I am all day. I'm good. And he is good. And then on the other hand, he's having a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
And I use that word loosely because I want to use other words. However, because we are on this no complaint diet and no negativity diet and no gossiping diet, I'm really mindful of how I frame this. There comes a point in everyone's life where you get to decide, or it's decided for you, how employable you are. And I've been thinking about this, and I said, you know what? Sekou is no longer employable, not just because of the stroke, but because he's decided the way that I can contribute to society and build my own legacy and help other people who will face a tragic occurrence. Every single one of us, it's all going to look different. Your tragic occurrence is not going to look like his. His tragic occurrence will not be mine. We're all going to have our own, because it's just life. It's a part of life. It's the ebb and flow of life. But what happens when that happens to you and for you, and you're either not prepared financially, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, versus you've built that muscle up, you are now prepared, and you're still going to go through the fire. But there's, I imagine if you're just more prepared and you have more tools, your success rate increases.
Yep.
Right? Your success rate increases.
It does.
Long of the short, we decided to come together as a couple who is in the process of getting married this year.
All right.
We decided to come together and to go into business together so that I can support him in a different way, because what he needs me to be here more. He needs me to not be focused on all the 8, 9, 10, 12 things I sometimes tend to be focused on. And we have decided to become singularly focused on building a digital products business, because everything that we do is digital. And we see where the digital industry is going, and we need resources. So we're asking our community, friends, family to invest in us, to count on us, to support us, and to continue to believe in us by saying, you know what? Yes, Fee King and Sekou Writes LLCs. We're going to support you. We're going to donate, not even donate. It's an investment. And we've created some in-kind things that we can bless our community with based on our talents, our gifts, and our offerings, because we're writers. We're coaches. Can they see me, Sekou?
Yep,
they can see me. Okay. And so our Circle of Five Fund Us Forward Invest campaign starts today. We are the first, because it's a beta pilot. This is the work that I get to do. I get to help entrepreneurs, Black and brown, female founders, get monies into their businesses, get monies as an entrepreneur so that they can be in business, so that they can grow their business, so that they can go after the big money by showing banks, investors, VCs that, look, I've been able to raise funds and bring in $15,000 into my business. And which is great, because now I can expand and reach potential clients and customers. Now I need 50,000. And so you have more leverage. We're also going to be teaching people the beauty of grants. And what I love about grants is I know grants work, but I also know grants really work when you have a grant writer, when you have the resources to pay a grant writer to write grants on your behalf. And I hope I explained that well without being too long-winded.
Yeah, you explained it perfectly. You explained it perfectly. Thanks so much.
So share with people really quickly, Sekou, what you plan to do with the funds in an effort to grow your business. Like, what do you need as a business owner? Because people need to know that. Like, what do you need as a business owner?
What do I need as a business owner?
Mm-hmm.
I I need to sell my book.
What tools do you need?
What
Like,
tools?
what tools do you need to sell your
I need
books?
digital products.
Well, you need software, you need automation, and
Yeah.
that is, so you need a sales page. You also need a computer. You need high quality microphones to do your podcast. Need, oh my goodness, I tell you, the fees that we all pay for Zoom, Canva, editing software. You need a social media manager. We need a publicist. So as a business owner, you need business insurance.
Mm.
And you also need a business emergency fund. You talk about emergency funds a lot, and we know that as an individual, the benefit of an emergency fund. But what about someone who's in business?
Yeah, I've only been talking about them as a personal because that's how I learned them. So I just now learned about the business
Emergency
fund through Grant Cardone.
Through actually Glenn
Oh, Glenn?
Stearns. Mhm.
Oh,
And
mixing up my billionaires.
that's
Mixing
all
up my
right. They're both
billionaires.
billionaires. But here's what happens. As soon as the computers go out, and you also need a tech person, you need an IT person, and that's just project based. You know, when something happens with your computer, you want to have someone in your Rolodex that you can call to get that support because you're in business. So an emergency fund simply covers when the computers break. Y'all would not believe how many MacBook Pros that we have in this apartment that don't work.
Yeah.
That don't work.
Don't work. Like a graveyard
of MacBook Pros.
Yeah.
And you know, you have software issues. One of the things that a lot of people who are in business are challenged with. If you work a 9 to 5, you don't even understand what I'm saying. But if you work a 9 to 5 and you're wanting to pivot into being an entrepreneur, there are things that you must know that will just take the burden off your shoulders. And I wish that I knew the things that I know today, and we get to share those things online in the virtual space. So I'm going to go because this is his show. Ooh, that rhymes.
That was great. That was
and you're going to share with them the link, right, babe? The GoFundMe link? The link that I sent you.
How can I get it to?
Well, you were gonna have it up so that you could share and show them in real time. So Sekou's gonna go live later to do that because that's good practice for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try see if I can do it.
Okay. Or you have the username and password.
Username and password?
Well, okay. So do you have the link on your computer? Otherwise, do it from your phone, babe, and you can just show them because you can't pull it up from your computer if you don't have the link there.
Okay, folks. So I'm showing them the link.
I sent you the link in your signal, so just open it.
Okay. GoFundMe. And then I show them?
Click on the link.
Click on the link.
Click on the link.
Yeah.
That's what people are going to do when you send it.
Yes.
Yes.
And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this in some place where I can pull it up on screen for you guys. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Thanks, Fee.
You're
Thanks,
welcome,
Fee, for being Johnny on spot, ready to step in at a moment's notice.
I'm
Okay.
your new tech person.
Yes. So any talk about money, let's for a minute, just a bit, while I pull this together. So money today was interesting. Because I didn't realize it, but I got a little on tilt. Because I was so happy about making that $15. I was so happy. And I was feeling like I'm done. And so I stepped a little too much. So what I did was I asked, brace yourself. I asked ChatGPT for a stock pick. I did. And then when ChatGPT came up with a stock pick, I was like, yeah, that looks good. That looks great. That looks awesome. And I put money in it. I didn't put a lot of money in it. I was able to hold myself back a little bit. But I put my money in it, and it just tanked. it tanked, right? And so I'm like, oh man. So now it's a very long way from where I bought it. And now Chat GPT is like, well, the whole thing. And so what that taught me is that I've got to go with what I know. I've got to go with what I know, right? So that's important. That's important because I was about to do this thing with Chat GPT, and I was going to follow the Android advice. Nah. So anyway, I got that. I got that one. And then the other one I mentioned yesterday when I was on with Fee, I mentioned that one because I got in and right at the exact moment, but it moved up. It must have moved up. I still haven't been able to figure this out, but it must have moved up just when I was putting the buy order in here. And so it bought above where I wanted it to go. And so I wanted to sell the candlestick. I wanted to sell the candlestick when it went up here because it was going up. I was like, oh, I can sell this really quick. But then it came down. And I was like, oh man. So I haven't figured it out yet. And so I don't want to go into trading until I figure that out, because that's part of my Aladdin's touch. That's part of my Aladdin's touch. And I've got to be able to buy in without it skipping over. Right. So anyway, so let me tell you what I did. Let me see if I can get let me see if I can get the thing that Fee King was trying to get me to do. I'm gonna pull this up. I think so. While I'm doing that, this morning off from trading. I took this morning off. We went out for coffee at at Fee King's favorite place where they love her. Today they were talking about, the how do you say hello in French versus Spanish. I was like, wow, this is a whole thing. But anyway, they're doing all that, and then I looked, and what did I see? I made $7. I made $7 today. I made $7 today. Yes. And so that's great, because that was one. Fee's dancing. Yeah. She's dancing. She's getting it. And so it's cool because I can't even concentrate anymore. So it's cool because it was the one that I knew. So I went with the one that Chat GPT gave me, and that went south. But then I chose one that I knew. I was like, all right, here. Okay. I bought it, and it took a couple of days for it to come up. But over a couple of days, it came up to 750, right? And that came out. And so I say that I boycotted today. I took today off, but I still got paid, So that's really cool. Okay, so let me see if I can put in this. I think I've got too many items open on my tablet. So let me see if I can close some things. Close that. And then I'm going to back to Google. Here it is, GoFundMe. Press play. That should open. And then that should open up in a new tab. And okay, I think I got it. I'm sorry, folks. I'm over time already. I was trying to get the GoFundMe. So listen, go to GoFundMe. Go to GoFundMe and search for Sacred Rights and Fee King. That's how you do it. Just go to GoFundMe and search for Sacred Rights and Fee King. And help us talking about my app, and I'll be talking about my book, and I'll be talking about my new book now, on the book, and all the things. Okay. So we will see you later. And remember that now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. Ashe. I'll see you all. I'll see you all Monday. And we're going to get started with the stroke awareness people. Let's start on Monday. All right. I'll see you guys later. So I guess I'm just gonna have to close out without the button, y'all.